All right. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. What? Okay, so well, first off, I don't see you guys chat on here, which is strange. A second. Let's see. Is that not? Oh. Okay. Hold on, guys. Don't know this. Okay. What? Dude, this is crazy. Cross edition of the same messages. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, guys. So I need some help. Okay, first off, where is the chat? Make sure the chat's here. So I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch as well. And I need someone to check and make sure that the Twitch is working. For some reason, I can't even get into my Twitch. I don't know what's going on. So if you go to Clan the Spurs Fan on Twitch, I should be on there. And we should be live over there. But it's acting stupid. Dejounte should get a lot of brownie points. Sure. Dejounte really tried to gaslight. He just has an immense ego. He tried to gaslight everybody into thinking that he was treated poorly, but then he talks in two sides of his mouth. I don't know. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, but I do need you guys to help me out. I need somebody to head over to Twitch and make sure it's streaming over there, and send a message over there too, because that would be good. Then we can have hopefully both messages come up right here. Yeah, so if someone could do that, check on that for me, that would be great. I'm not seeing your channel? Okay. Let's see. So confusing, bro. I don't know why I can't. Oh, you know what? Yeah, when I type in Clan the Spurs Fan, I found me. Hey, look, that's me talking. It said test Twitch. Okay, someone did type in there, but it didn't come up on the chat. Let's see. Let's see if we can I don't think it came up. Did it come up? You said it did? Works, don't worry. It did. Okay, so it came up on the screen? I don't see it on the in the chat in my normal chat though. Let's see. Oh, it did. Okay, I see it. With the Twitch logo. Oh, okay. Cool. Good. All right. Cool. I'm also going to start doing it on TikTok, but I didn't know that they needed approval, so I sent the application for that, but we shouldn't have a problem. Hola. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're good now. All right, so I'm going to start doing on both platforms, okay? We'll do YouTube, simultaneously Twitch, and TikTok, but when it comes to TikTok, I need at least a day because it said it's going to take 24 hours, but it shouldn't be a problem. Like, it just asks, like, what's your concurrent viewership? Try to prove that it's your channel. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. So, letting everyone know that. Test. Thank you, man. Hold on. Let me, I know what I can do to make it so much easier. I do love TikTok. Not TikTok, Twitch. I'm just never on here. I like TikTok too. All right, let me do something real quick. Make this easy on myself. Ooh. Okay. I got you. 1 second. Gotta send. All right, let me take my Twitch stuff. I'm gonna put it in the bio for good so we don't forget, and then we'll get into all of the juicy Spurs news for today. So give me a second. Let me grab it. I sent the link to a friend so I can have it. Let's just copy that bad boy. All right. Okay, and then let's go to YouTube. Yeah, I feel you, Sebastian. That's how I felt. Well, I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll be watching it actually for the first time with you guys because I actually didn't watch it. Just glanced in. All right, let me go to settings here. Let's go to upload defaults. Copy that bad boy, put it here. Twitch channel, group chat. All right, we're good. Yeah, save it. Cool. We're good to go. I cried, not gonna lie, seeing Pop like that was tough. Man. It makes sense. It makes sense to see, it makes sense that the Spurs played their hearts out after that Pop speech. Remember that? They said that Pop came to the locker room and had a talk with them or something like that. No wonder. All right, cool. And then let me make sure this is good to go. Give me a second. There's nothing on here that you guys can't see, so I'm gonna do react. Okay, I guess we're good to go. Cool. You guys are right. You're right. Guys, Pop is doing pretty well for a stroke. I worked in EMS for a decade. Could be a lot worse. Him walking around at all is crazy. Yeah. Dejounte showing love was nice. Yeah, he came from Mitch Johnson. Love the inside hire. Spurs are a world-class organization. It is pretty cool that they didn't. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. All right. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm actually very frustrated. It has nothing to do with anything important. I just got off of Marvel Rivals. I don't know why I decided to play a little bit. It was miserable. Never play as an adult, okay? Never play when kids get out of school. All right, don't play when children get out of school. Cause oh my god, bro. I was like, I'm not having a good time right now. Play at night. Just don't play on Monday evenings, bro. Yeah, guys, never play on Monday evenings. It's miserable. Time to make your way back to Overwatch 2. Maybe, bro. Oh my god. They didn't know anything. Like, they said the opponent team was overextending, and it's like, no, they're just pinning us back. They're dictating the line of scrimmage. Something that we should have been doing, because when I attempted to do that, nobody moved with me. And we could have caused them to stagger. But no one moved with me. So I just got stuck by myself, died, and they're like, what's going on, Cap? I was like, are you serious, bro? And then on one game, the opposing team had 3 supports, and they're like, oh, we need to match that. No, we don't. Why would we need to match that? Just get Moon Knight. Then another match. Should you be playing Cap here? Yeah, it's totally fine. They have a thing. They have a Thor, whatever. They have a Mantis and a Cloak. I can take care of them easily. They're like, what should we do? Just get Punisher, shoot them down. They don't have a shield. It's like, why do you not know this? Like, it's the easiest thing ever. And they've got hours upon hours of playing that game. It drives me crazy. It drove me crazy, y'all. You have no idea how irritated I was playing that game. Rob Parker said the Spurs run wasn't he's still doing that? It wasn't a dynasty. I remember Pop for load management. His legacy hurt the NBA. Such a tool. Pop didn't load. Is he still saying that? I know he used to say that a long time ago. Is he still saying that? Seems a little wrong to be saying that right now. He's not saying that now, is he? Who is Rob Parker? A hack? The day he stepped away. Really? Right when Pop stepped away, that's what he had to say? What a horrible dude, bro. Show some respect. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Never seen 2 players closely guard the coach like Timmy and Manu. They just taking care of them, you know. They feel like you took care of us, we're going to take care of you type deal, you know. Apparently been going to all his rehabs and stuff. Okay, so... And it was obvious that Pop definitely needed it. Yeah, those are his kids. Basically, yeah. Okay. See. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, chat. It's time to go over it. I had you waiting long enough. Was that 14 minutes of waiting? I am so sorry. All right, so I have not watched this. Okay. Oh, crap. I forgot my stream deck isn't working still. I don't know what's going on with that. So I have not watched this, but I'm going to watch it with you. So our boy Mitch Johnson has some stuff to say. So that'd be nice. Popovich comes up and speak. I don't know. Does RC Buford speak? I know Brian Wright speaks. So this is going to be a long one, okay? So get ready. Oh, you know what? I thought it was 37 minutes. It's not 30. It's like 30 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. Content with that. Can we start?
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Momentous day. The San Antonio Spurs have a very special culture. Simple, yet not always easy. Do the right thing, help others, be of service to something bigger than yourself.
By the way, okay, I know we're like 1 second in and I'm already talking. One thing that I am looking forward to when it comes to the Mitch Johnson hire is that the Spurs have said on many occasions, well, Popovich has said this when he was first like helping create the culture with RC. He said, hey, you just need the right type of guys, right? Just get some good guys that's knowledgeable about the game, but morally decent human beings. And I think that that's why they just went ahead and said Mitch Johnson is the guy, right? But I think also, I said this already, but also a big part of it has to do with Wemby, right? Wemby definitely wanted Mitch Johnson. There's no way around that. He wanted Mitch Johnson to be the coach. And if my star player wants that, I'm content with it. So
Consistent work, make a positive impact. The way our culture thrives is having special leaders that live it consistently. Not that those leaders are perfect, but they put their best foot forward daily with intention.
he's talking about Primo. I'm just kidding. Or am I? My cat meow.
Pop has embodied this culture and laid an impenetrable foundation. We're so grateful to have had him as our coach, our family's only coach, for 3 decades. And now, to have him continue to bring leadership and guidance into the future, very special.
He almost made it. He almost made it to 3 decades. Almost. He became coach in '96, right? So he almost made it there. Almost.
Most importantly, we're grateful for Pop's kindness, service mindset, and profound impact on so many.
Nothing in the first 10 minutes. So should I speed it up a little bit? We'll speed it up.
Another thing that is a very clear contributor to our culture is the belief of being rooted in our proud legacy, but not beholden to it. Today represents an exciting next chapter in our journey and our culture. Mitch Johnson lives our values and strives for.
That's a really, okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is going to be a long video, okay? If you don't want to hear me talk, you don't want to hear commentary and me reacting to the chat, then you need to just watch the video yourself. Okay, so one thing that he said, it is completely true. Like the fact that we have a legacy, but we're not beholden to it. I like that he said that because I think even in the course of those 3 decades of having Pop, he was constantly changing and evolving, with his coaching scheme, based on what the team has. I mean, you look at our championships. I mean, we don't have to look at like every single team that we've had, but just look at our championships. Look at 99 to 03, 05, 07, 14. I would say there's a drastic difference between, I mean, even the way the basketball was played, but between 99 to 03 and even a bigger one, I think even from 07 to 14. Like it's crazy the fact that we were able to keep that up for so long. And it's not just like championships, they come and then we suck for a while, we got to rebuild, and then it comes, then we suffer. No, we were like consistently great. And that's because we're always evolving. So yeah, so the Spurs have never been one that just stays in the past too much. And I think that that's been a narrative that we've heard quite a bit. That's bothered me a little bit.
For excellence. He possesses immense humility and an incredible will. We are thrilled to have him to lead us and to grow with us together. With the leadership team of Pop, RC, Brian, and Mitch, we are wildly excited about the
I be talking myself into the idea of Mitch Johnson. One of the worst aspects of his coaching was the lineups he made, which is one of the best ways to tank without doing it blatantly and getting fined. I'm not gonna like be a conspiracy theorist with that, Hugo. I think literally it's just him being a young coach. Like I would like to think it was just him making some mistakes and being a young coach, and he was really hooked on the idea of playing your vets and playing the guys that you know are a surefire thing and not rocking the boat too much. But now that he is actually a coach, he's not just keeping the chair warm for Pop. I think maybe he'll be a little bit more experimental because he's like, this is my team now, right? So you got to do something,
the future. Thank you, and I'll hand it to Pop.
Oh, you said it was nothing. Oh, you just meant on the. Okay, I got you. All right. Come on, go Pop.
Thank you, Peter John.
Oh boy, yeah, you can tell. You can tell he had the stroke. His voice. Love you, Pop.
Guess you all know why you're here. Well, Mr. Harris never knows what he's doing, so everybody else knows what they're doing. But Don, he's lost all the time, so he doesn't know what he's doing. Thank you for being here. It's quite a day for many of us, but
Okay, you guys, I know you. No offense to Pop. I know you guys can't hear that. Hold on. Love you, Pop. Love you, Pop. Love you, Pop. Let me go back a little bit. You made a jokey joke. I need you to hear that.
It's quite a day for many of us, but there's a lot of thank yous after 25 or 30 years. Mitch Johnson, hi. Manu, Timmy. I can never express the gratitude that I have for so many people caring about our organization and sending me thoughts, prayers, that sort of thing since I had this stroke. Things are getting better by the day, but it's not good enough for what we plan ahead. And so it's time to make this change. I want to thank all of you in here, former players, coaches, friends, people from the ticket office, or people who put on a show during timeouts. We all have a part in this. It's not just the players and the coaches. Everybody has been dedicated to do their part to make a successful, thriving organization. And that starts at the top with the whole family. And we will continue to do our best to do this with class.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm trying my best not to cry. That's why I haven't said anything. I'm trying my best not to cry, y'all.
That's one of the reasons why Mitch Johnson will be taking over, because we have total faith in him to continue what's been started a long time ago. I want to thank all my rehab people, some of whom are here. Javier, are you here? Where are you at? Oh, Javier, Courtney, Melissa, you're back there. There's also Jessica, Rolando, and Christian, who couldn't be here because they have a real job. And of course, Curtis and Nick, who are also here for my rock workouts. And Timmy and Manu, of course, who have been here for all of my workouts here at the Rock. They say it's because they love me and they want to be there in case I fall, they're going to catch me and that sort of thing. I call it payback. As they give the rehab people new ideas of things to do to me. So you're not fooling anybody, especially you, Timmy. I want to thank the fans for being right next to us with every win and every loss over these many years. We feel a close bond with you, and we know that we have a big responsibility to you here in San Antonio, and we will never forget that. But thank you for the years of your support, and we won't let you down. We won't win every game, but we'll try to, and we'll do it with class, whether it's a win or a loss. One of the reasons that I'm doing this now is that you have to have someone in charge who's...
He didn't have to do this, man. Like, he didn't have to do this. Okay.
Really capable of giving their very best, because that's what this group deserves and demands. And we have that man here in San Antonio.
Yeah, we're good. We're set, bro.
Mitch has been in the G League for a few years, behind the bench a few years, on the bench a few years, and then took over this year, did a fantastic job. With circumstances that were very difficult. And we saw him in action, and he was brilliant. The players respect him. He'll hold them accountable, and I couldn't be more thrilled for him and his family and friends.
Even when his voice is gone, like he still projects, you know, like it's still pop. It still resonates, you know?
It's just a tribute to him. That all the players who were in town were able to come, and especially a special guest, Dejounte Murray, who Mitch has known since he was 9 years old. Since Dejounte was 9 years old, he came all this way just to be here for this day, and Mitch and I both appreciate it very much. Obviously, people like David are part of the fabric of what's been established here from the moment he decided to stay in San Antonio. And under the leadership of R.C. Buford and a host of assistant GMs and coaches, former players, we've been fortunate enough to keep it going. And that's the goal, to make sure we keep it going. We've got scouts and people in the film room, people who empty baskets.
If you don't like Pop, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't like Pop, please just unsubscribe. Like, if you don't like Pop, I need you to bounce, bro. Like, seriously. This man's amazing. All right. Outside of just basketball, obviously the basketball mind is there, but this is the most inspirational thing I've ever seen in my life. And if you don't like that, if you don't like Pop, please leave, bro. Nobody wants you here. You're a weirdo. Please. This is awesome, man.
Clean windows, and we're grateful to all of them because everybody does a job. We've got some young players who are going to end up being really great players. Some in Austin, and many right here in San Antonio. And Mitch Johnson will be the guy that forges their futures. And I'll do everything I can to help him and help them. But I'll have a new job, and I want to make sure everybody understands what the new job is. I'm no longer a coach. I'm El Jefe. I ran this by Mike Monroe, and he says, okay, so I'm doing it, okay? Come on up, Mitch, say a few words.
That's my GOAT, bro. That's our GOAT, bro.
I love this man. He's going to do a great job.
I had somebody in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm like balling. I keep forgetting my stream deck doesn't work right now. Y'all, I had somebody in the chat the other day, and they were like, "Are you afraid?" They might be in here right now. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "Are you afraid that, Pop is gonna take on a Riley role out in Heat?" And I'm like, "No, Pop has always been like as dominant as he's been in his area of expertise, right? As militaristic as he comes across, throughout his career, Pop has been willing to take a back seat multiple times, and he also understands the importance of letting other people lead as well, right? Like, this is why the Spurs have been successful for so long. Like, even when we had George Hill, he would let him coach at times. He let Tony Parker coach at times. He let Manu Ginobili coach at times. Like, he will take a back seat. He will get himself ejected and allow Becky Hammond to coach, like, for no reason too. It'll be the smallest thing, but he'll just like flip off a ref and say F you like 5 million times, and they're like, okay, get out of here. And he's like, cool. But yeah, he's willing to let that go, you know? So like this idea that he is the most, I think he's stubborn. I think that's true. I think he's stubborn, but the idea that he's selfish or he's all about himself, that's not true at all. At least I don't think anything that you've seen, you can make an inference based on that. The only thing I'll say about Pop is that he's stubborn. You know, he's a fighter. He wants to win. That's all it is. But this right here, he genuinely means this. This isn't an act. This isn't, oh, well, you know, Mitch Johnson got the job, but I'm really pulling the strings. All this nonsense that some people try to bring up just to kind of discredit Mitch Johnson and Brian Wright in a way. But it's none of that, man. It's none of that. So. Look, I'm being stubborn. He didn't even wait for his boys to help him. He just walked on off. Oh, we got the big boy chair. Okay, wait. We might have a better... Hold on. We might have a better... This might look better. Let's go to this one.
Simple, yet not always easy.
Oh, this one looks
Do
way
the right
better.
thing,
What the
help
heck?
others, be of service to something bigger than
I should have told me. Yeah, look at this.
All the players
Oh, that
were
looks
in
so
town.
much better. All right. Jeez, I should have just clicked on that one. I didn't know they were going to show the whole thing. I thought this was just Mitch Johnson's part. But okay. I'm going to have such a hard time. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This happens all the time where I call Mitch Johnson Brian Wright and Brian Wright Mitch Johnson. I'm not saying they look exactly alike or anything, but like if I told you that they were cousins, you'll believe me. You'll believe me if I said they were cousins. Maybe not brothers, but you'll believe me if I said they were cousins, right? Where's Wemby? Wemby's in there. He was in the... we can take a look at some of the Twitter posts, but he was in there. Actually, you know what? I won't even wait. You mention it, I'll bring it up for you. Yeah, I'll show you everybody walking in. Give me a sec. Let me go to my Twitter page. All right, I know it's on here. All right, where are you? Here it is. See that? Everybody's there. There's Manu. That's Wemby. Where did Wemby get his clothes from? There's Castle. Harrison Barnes. And, where's DJ's back here? Is that Sean Elliott? I think that's Sean Elliott back there. Yeah. Yeah, so Wemby's there. I don't know where Tony is. People ask that a lot. Like, where's Tony? I don't know where Tony is. We know Tony's involved with the Spurs, but I don't know if he's here, you know. There's Blake Wesley. Mamu. So, yeah. Oh, he's in France right now? Okay. Where's Fox at? I don't know. France?
I am honored by this opportunity and even more humbled by the people
That might be a little too loud. Give me a sec. All right.
that I'll be able to partner with and serve. And I'd just like to share a few acknowledgement and thank yous. First to the whole
Where's Kawhi? All right, y'all. Come on now. Dang.
family, Peter John, Lauren Kate, Corinna, and JB. To R.C. Buford, Brian Wright, for all you guys do and continue to grow our program and push this place forward and think innovatively. To the staff this past year, under such unique circumstances that supported me and made the job so much more enjoyable to be around when times were hard and not too overwhelming when things were tough. I think
One thing I'll say this too. I'll say this as well about. I almost did it, guys. I almost called him Brian Wright. About Mitch Johnson. One thing I'll say about Mitch Johnson is he completely earned the job, right? Like they wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be wanted. They're going to do it, but they wouldn't consider it if they didn't think that he was being a great coach, right? Like there's so much more than we see than just on the court. That's why I don't go too crazy when people are like, why don't I see that fire, right? You're just waiting for Mitch Johnson to yell at a ref and like that makes you a good coach. No, yelling at refs don't make you a good coach, right? Like, yeah, you can set an example for your team, on certain occasions, but that's just raw emotion. And I don't want a coach to do that and it's not authentic, right? But it's authentic when it happens with him. He wasn't trying to be something that he's not, but it's a lot that we don't see on the screen. It's a lot behind the scenes. And, our players have said on many occasions that he's done a great job coming in and implementing the game plan that was there prior. So now seeing him get the full reins, I think we'll get to see the full range of him being a coach. And him being a new coach, it's going to be some growing pains, right? We're going to have to give him a couple years at least, right? 2-3 years, just kind of see what develops. But we're going to have a lot of talent. I still expect us to make the playoffs this upcoming season. It's going to be a lot of learning, but at the end of the day, they believe in him. Wemby believe him. Oh my goodness, where's Brendan Forbes? Y'all just naming players now. Y'all trolling.
Thank you for that.
Where's LaMarcus?
It required all of us to step up
Where's Matt
out of our
Bonner?
comfort zones and do a little bit more.
Where's
than
Gary Neal?
Was initially expected when we started training camp. I would like to say a special thank you to Brett Brown. He is uncle, not by blood, but someone that I look up to very much and someone that I leaned upon. Thank you. For the rest of the staff, the people in this building, the organization, people at the Frost Bank Center, as Pop alluded to earlier,
Where's Derrick?
all that you do to make this place one of a kind and all the efforts that go behind the scenes, late nights, early mornings, when no one's watching. Thank you.
There you go.
To our former players,
Where's Dennis Rodman?
your continued presence make this place not an NBA team. But
Oh,
a
you guys,
program.
I beat you to it.
And you welcomed me with open arms almost 10 years ago. Thank you for that. To the fan base, with the unwavering support and the commitment to want us to win so bad.
G Money says Spurs needed a win now coach. Okay. All right. So first off, there is no such thing, I think, as a win now coach. Like you could say that they could have used a seasoned coach, to come in, but like there's no win now coach. I think Mitch Johnson is a good coach. We've only had issues with the lineups, and we haven't gotten to see a team where he takes the full reign, right? But at the end of the day, there's no such thing as a win coach. There's no coach that you bring in. Look at Pop, for instance, right? Pop is the definition of a win now coach. Last season, we won 20 games, right? Like the players, the personnel that you have means more than anything in the world. We had the greatest coach on the planet, maybe in any sport that you've ever seen, right? And we've had many seasons where we were just mediocre. And then we had, a couple seasons that we were just bad, right? So, I don't think there's a such thing as just a win now coach. I don't think you bring in a really great coach right now and then all of a sudden the Spurs are a championship team, right? I think you can possibly make somewhat of a win now team, which I don't think is a good idea. Just go all in and just trade everybody, all your picks, and try to have a win now team. But when you're creating a dynasty, it's going to take time. Mitch Johnson has that time, but he's been with us since 2016. So hopefully a lot of the things that he learned under Pop will really help go into next season when we're more talented.
We appreciate that. Even when the frustrations and the competitiveness kicks in, even in your world. To this amazing city of San Antonio and the relationship
Where's
that is
Patty?
built with this organization for over 50 years. We moved here 6 years ago as a family.
Wait, I thought he'd been with the Spurs since 2016. Am I tripping? Chat, how long has he been with the Spurs? I thought he's been like associated with us since 2016. I think he has. I think he came in with Bron, right?
I'd like to thank my wife,
He has a wife?
Jessica.
She forgot her name, bro.
had lived nowhere in the world other than Seattle for 34 years. And we moved here, and San Antonio has become our home. And now we don't foresee us being able to live anywhere else. Thank you for conducting yourself with such grace and humility and being the backbone of our family with your unconditional love. Our world could not go on without you. To my 4 kids,
That sounds like a firm handshake. I don't like that. I don't like that. Say I love you. That sounds like a, I don't know. That sounds like a business proposition. I don't know what that was. Don't say the side chick's name. Mitch probably. I don't know.
Asia, Tatum, Johnny, and Jameson, you 4 did not choose this lifestyle. The many sacrifices and things that you have to experience and go through do not go unnoticed, and your unconditional support is thanked.
He has 4 kids.
To the current players,
I'm starting to realize we know nothing about Mitch Johnson. We'll learn more though.
you are the part of this opportunity that is the most exciting. You guys have put yourselves in a place to continue to grow, to do something special. And I cannot wait to continue to grow with you, partner with you, challenge you, and try to get better every single day.
Is he gonna bring me up next? I've been a supporter. I've been trying to have his back the best I can. Some of those lineups been pretty bad, but hopefully he shot your boy out.
And my only guarantee is that I will give you everything I have to do that.
Okay. And lastly, I'd like to thank Clan the Spurs fan for always being there. Pop? Over me? Even Brian Wright, like, really? Pop over Clan? Maybe I'm after Pop.
Where do I begin? You've taught me so many things, led by example in so many ways. The players are always first. Attention to detail, maniacal competitiveness.
I like that.
Play harder and smarter for more of the 48 than your opponent. The best thing you've ever taught me, and you've shown me more than you've talked about it, you understand the moment. And how important every single moment is. And no moment is like any other. And the discipline that you have to be grounded and present and give yourself to every moment is what I will never forget. And in this moment, I just would like to say thank you.
And lastly, Clan the Spurs fan. Okay, hold on, it's coming. Yeah. Give Pop your yeah. But the real one's coming. Yeah, he don't need notes for this. You don't need notes for this. Put those notes away.
Mitch, what
Okay. That hurt a little bit. I'm about to cry like I did during the pop segment, but okay. All right. You're just going to move on? Okay. That hurt, bro.
What do you think
I should at least came after his wife than his kids. I don't know.
the most important thing, besides just the moment, you got from Pop during this past year?
I think to have confidence, to be myself, and to do it my way. There's principles and values that are here and have been laid upon decades ago. So
one thing I'll say,
the blueprint has been around for a while, but to be able to do it in my own skin, in my way, to be authentic for the players most of all.
Guys, you think him mentioning the blueprint like triggered Dejounte? Dejounte Murray said he left the blueprint. Who left the blueprint? Who left the blueprint on how to win? DJ said he left the blueprint. But yeah, so one thing that I have noticed about Mitch Johnson, he doesn't seem overwhelmed. The moment doesn't seem too big for him. Yeah, he's very like chill about the whole thing, and I think that's a good thing, right? And I think as time goes on, because the Spurs aren't going to just give up on a coach too easily. Like, let you guys know that right out the bat. All right. I don't think Wemby would do it. And I don't think the Spurs are going to do it. Like, Mitch Johnson could very well end up being the coach for a very long time. That is very possible, right? Obviously, we got to win. We got to be pretty consistent in that. But he could be the coach for the future. And I don't think Pop would have put him on his assistant coaching staff if he didn't believe in him. But as time goes on, I think that he'll loosen up a little bit, right? He'll be a little bit more himself, and he gets more and more comfortable. But as it stands right now, just now starting off the job, he seems very like tuned in, right? He seems locked in. I'll say that. He seems very locked in.
Is probably the biggest thing that I leaned on.
Mike Malone is free. I don't know why Spurs didn't take him. No joke. The Spurs won the... Okay, I'll give you a couple reasons, okay? There's a couple reasons. Number one, I think they wanted to keep the continuity, okay? So everything that's already been established as far as what direction they want to go in, Mitch Johnson was a part of that. So let's not just act like, you know, he had no involvement whatsoever. Like, he is a part of what the Spurs want to do going forward. If you're an assistant coach like that, you are part of it undoubtedly. Number two, he's young, right? Everybody said that the Spurs need a younger coach. The Spurs are totally content with it. They've seen him. They've been around him long enough. They see his work ethic, and they're like, hey, he's a young guy. It's fine. Number three, I think Wemby, this is probably the most important. Wemby wants him there. Like, I think that's super important that Wemby actually wants him there. So I think I think those are three pretty good reasons for the Spurs to go ahead and just roll with Mitch Johnson, right? Mixing it up too much might not be the best idea, especially if your star player has vouched for him, you know? So continuity of losing. Dude, we haven't really had a team. As talented as Wemby, and no disrespect, okay, as talented as Wemby is, you guys know I love Sohan, I love Castle, I love these guys, right? We don't have much talent yet, right? You don't have much talent. So I think that's very unfair to be like continuity of losing. Like, we haven't had talent. I mean, how many Wemby didn't even get to the 65 game mark. Fox came mid-season. Like we haven't really had that much talent. I think that's totally fine. You got to be a little patient. He'll be fine. He's had some really good moments as well, you know.
Brian Pop talked about the beliefs this organization has had in Mitch starting almost 10 years ago. What was...
Oh, Chris, he said casuals have the continuity of ignorance. Well, G Money, he's actually a Kings fan. We're trying to... Okay, I hear you, Clint. Yeah. G Money, he's a Kings fan. He's trying to transition. We're going to transition him over to being a Spurs fan. So be kind to him. He literally would be a casual, right? He's not a Spurs fan. So
was it about him that made you and everyone around you feel so sure that he's the guy to do this?
Well, I think you just heard a lot of it. These positions are hard, and in the seat that I sit in, you want a leader, that's authentic and genuine to themselves. You want to teach.
You need your coach when you want rebuild, so it's now. What the F are you saying, bro? What are you talking about? Are you responding to something I said 20 minutes ago? What? Are you responding to something from 20 minutes ago? Yeah. Maybe Brian Wright is the guy? I don't know. I actually don't know what you're saying. Like I said before, Popovich is a win-now coach. He would be the definition of a win-now coach. But although he was a win-now coach, we still didn't win over the last few years. That's not Pop's fault. It's just the talent that we have. So now you're going through a rebuild. You got Brian Wright. So now you need to go ahead and keep building. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, some of us behind Clan. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I respond to you for Malone. Look, I just gave you a reason why they went with Mitch Johnson. If Wemby wanting this coach isn't good enough, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, you roll with that. You know what I mean? There's no way Wemby. I know for a fact. I'm just gonna say it. I'll just be honest with you. I know for a fact Wemby did want Mitch Johnson. So,
Teacher that can help bring a group forward, and you want a partner. And we started the exact same summer. So I've seen his growth. He's seen my growth. We've been a part of each other's growths. And it was an easy decision, and felt super confident in the human being that he is and his ability.
people's initial reaction was to crap on Brian Wright, right? And I've been saying for years how good of a GM that he is. And people's reaction has been crap. It didn't take until this crazy deal with Fox for people to say, hey, maybe he's a good head coach. Even though everybody outside of San Antonio has said he's one of the top GMs, even though every move that he's made has been perfect for a rebuild. Like, it took all this time for us to go ahead and give him some love, right? And you could see it early. All I'm saying is give Mitch Johnson a second. Give him a second, right? Let him have one season starting off where it's his team, his vision, doing what he needs to do. Him being an interim head coach isn't enough for me to just dogpile on he's not the guy, right? I was with you guys as well, where I was like, oh, Mike Malone's available. Taylor Jenkins is available. Like, I thought that those would be really great options. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But Mitch Johnson, he hasn't had the team. And if the Spurs want him, and most importantly, our star player is happy, that's all we should care about. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine. Okay? If he's a good head, he doesn't have to be a Hall of Fame head coach, right? But to have a dynasty, you have to at least be a good coach to great coach. And I think he's a good coach, right? And we'll just wait and see. You know, I'm not jumping on here and saying, oh, he's the greatest thing to ever walk this earth. I don't know. Okay? So just be calm. Be patient. All right. We wanted Taylor Jenkins, but guess what? Taylor Jenkins didn't do anything either, right? With the Memphis Grizzlies. We want Mike Malone. How many rings did Mike Malone got? One? Hey Alexa, how many championships does Mike Malone have?
Mike Malone never won a major tournament in his career.
Wait, that's not the right. I don't think they know what I'm talking. Hey Alexa, how many championships does the coach Mike Malone in the NBA have?
From sportsdata.com.
One?
Mike Malone won his first and the only NBA
Yeah, I thought it was one. Just the one?
2023 season as head coach of the
Okay.
Denver Nuggets team.
Okay, guys, he got one championship. Coach Bud has one. Mitch has 0. Mitch has been here. Mitch hasn't even coached a team. Okay, you guys are trolling. You're trolling. I'm not listening to you anymore. Let's go. That is ridiculous. What a ridiculous statement. In his 1 year as interim head coach, he didn't bring me a championship. Can we just I should ban all of you. All of you should be banned. Real talk.
To do those three things: lead, teach, and be an amazing partner.
Hey, Mitch, congratulations, first of all. Is everything you learned about yourself or the job itself in this past year that you think probably prepares you for what lies ahead?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of experiences along the way. You know, all the experiences will hopefully be able to be something to have a takeaway from, to grow from, positive or negative. I think being able to be in front of these guys and partner with them and challenge them and lead them is going to be the biggest thing, because I feel like we have a hold on the direction that we're heading into, and we want to build upon something. This is not a restart. This is not a reboot. This is not it's a new chapter because it looks different. But
see, getting another coach could have seen that as, okay, this is a reboot, right? Or catching them up to speed, on their vision.
The theme of the book isn't changing.
Mitch, just again, to see this overwhelming support that you have from everyone in the organization, how much does that give you confidence going?
Something else to keep in mind too, there's a lot of different leadership that the Spurs have, right? The one thing that's great about Pop is how prepared he's made everybody for taking on those leadership roles and, wanting to be around the organization and wanting to help and wanting to, like, we do have a lot of leadership that's in and out of those facilities, that's constantly talking with the team. We have a lot of leadership. You have David, you have Timmy, you have Manu, you have Tony, right? Like you got a lot of guys to give their input and help. So Mitch Johnson has a lot of support as well. So as he grows as a coach, I'm sure he'll be growing with Wemby, right? He'll be growing with the team. But yeah, we're in a rebuild. I don't. Thank you so much. What a brilliant take. Thank you so much for letting us all know that we're in a rebuild. What a beauty. You are so smart.
Going forward, that that support will sustain you through. You've been through some rough times already, but for what lies ahead.
Immensely. I do think you guys asked a lot this year, and when I did say the support that I was feeling throughout the organization, the building, top to bottom, everywhere, it was authentic, and it does go a long way for someone's confidence, because there are times of questioning, concern, is this the right thing? And it takes a village in a lot of different ways.
Clan, one thing Mitch said he picks up was reading people. He said he could understand people, and that's what we need for Mitch to keep that up. Oh yeah, for sure. Mitch did not say the team isn't in a... That's not what he said. He said the team isn't in a rebuild, which is crazy. He did not say that. That is not what he said. And if that's a misspoke or misread from your part, he did not say that. He did not say that. He said they're not in a reboot. That's all he said, that we're not rebooting. Like basically what he's saying is the ideology as far as where the team's direction is and what they want to build upon isn't changing because he's coach. He's going to continue to implement what the vision is. They understand. They're all on the same page. That's all he's saying. Jeez, man. Just picking whatever. Just be a fan of some. Be a fan of the next team Mike Malone coaches, okay? He's not our coach. It's over. He's not our coach. He's not going to be our coach. This is our coach. This is our team. Either cheer or go cheer for Mike Malone. I don't know, dude.
Mitch, congratulations. Can you speak to that balance of being you and doing this?
Look at what's in front of you
to a certain extent, but at the same time, now integrating yourself in a culture that's.
I'll root for Mitch, just skeptical. Okay, that's fair. You can be skeptical, but at least look at the good side of it as well. Like, look at the side that's saying, hey, there might be some reasons for it. And I'm sorry, the Spurs aren't going to hire a coach that Wemby doesn't want. Okay? That's just not going to happen.
For, God knows how many years now.
Yeah, I've been doing it, I think, just like every other staff member and employee here for the last 9 years myself. I don't think that standard or that approach changes regardless of title. Obviously, the responsibilities of that title change, but starting to work in this organization can be difficult at times because you want to find your way, but you also want to be told what to do just because they've done so many things right. And a lot of times, sometimes you don't get the direction because you need to just feel it and be in it and learn it. And I think every step of the way and every different title or role that I've experienced that's been a part of it, while also being true to yourself. Because as long as you're true to yourself, even as you have some tough times.
There's a little bit of a spark of him answering this question. His excitement's kind of bleeding through a little bit.
Mistakes, the genuinity and authenticity comes out, and because you are blessed to be working with so many great people, you kind of find a way to problem solve and figure things out.
Congrats, Mitch.
Thank you.
The Spurs were able to identify.
We also have a great organization that's not going to put, I mean, obviously there's pressure, right? Like, you're making so much money, we're an NBA team. Like, there's going to be pressure no matter what position you take on the team, whether you're a player, coach, front office, right? There's a little bit of pressure. But some teams, it's a little insane, right? Like, where the front office is going to try to force like certain lineups in there, like, oh, we need this, we need you to do this. And our organization never really came across like that. Like, it came across like we're all on the same page, but we understand that we put you in this position, we're going to trust you in that position until you give us a reason not to, right? So I think that that's really cool. The amount of patience that our franchise has as well is going to help. But yeah, we just need the talent, bro. We need the talent.
Some of those innate qualities that you had to be able to accelerate your career and come to this position today. Where did those come from? When did you know that you had something special? Who was most important for planting those seeds for who you are and your leadership quality?
Since when did this organization allow 20-year-olds to make front office moves? I am so confused. What are we talking about? What? Hey guys, how old is Pop?
Etc.
Yeah, I've been blessed to work with and play for many great coaches. I was blessed to have a very strong...
76? Okay, he's 76. So that means when he became head coach, he was like... Okay, I'm not great at math. He was... I'm trying to see how much older. Because how old is Mitch Johnson? 38? Isn't Mitch Johnson 38? Am I tripping? Okay. So he was like 8 years older. Did he start when he was 45, 40, or 47? 47? Okay. Yeah. 38 is still young compared to 40, 46, 47. But not that far off.
Source of parental guidance. My mother and my father, my stepfather were very strong. I realized on a basketball court early as a player the power and the value of making someone else better. And when you have that trait amongst a team in any walk of life or line of profession, if people really commit to and hold value to making others better and being the best you can be, I think that's something that's contagious and can lead to a really strong group.
Mitch, obviously it was a difficult season in a lot of ways, but after the season ended, to hear some of the players come out and support you and the job you did, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot.
I'm telling you guys, Wemby wanted Mitch.
A lot. Obviously, it's always nice to hear good things, even if it's not something that you're seeking. I also think it's a reflection, again, of the organization from the top to bottom. I think those words were not necessarily meant for me individually, but it was how this building, this organization, this place operated in this air quote difficult season for whatever reasons those were. And I think the alignment that we have and the belief that we have in each other in all these different departments of the organization allow us to work through those things.
Mitch, getting back to the notion of...
What? See, you're back to narrativizing. Wemby is content with Mitch because Mitch doesn't push him. That is so stupid. Wemby literally wanted to go to the San Antonio Spurs. He didn't know Pop was going to have a stroke. He knew he would be coached hard. Why would you make the assumption that he wants a coach to not coach him hard? What are you talking about? What? What are we talking about, man? Some of you guys are really letting me down. Most of you aren't, but some of you really letting me down, man. You're better than this, okay? Get it together.
The organization as a
So
whole. I'm not sure
silly.
there's any other organization where you've got generations of players coming back to attend press conferences.
I will,
you
bro.
know,
I'll
for a
ignore
new
it.
coach. But for you personally, what do you get out of talking to the players who have played before you even joined the organization? What do you get from talking to those guys about what this place and what this team really means?
The players that's played before you even got here? You mean like Timmy?
Yeah, I mean, they have the best insight there is. They've been through it. They know this place. They know this city. There is, in my opinion, nowhere as connected like it in professional sports when you talk about the city, the community, the organization, and those former players. And for them to be a resource for our current players, myself, or anybody else, it's invaluable. They understand the fabric of what we're about, and they've lived it, and they set the foundation.
Hey, Mitch. That image to me of Tim and Manu and Papa over there is just so powerful and so loving, and you can just tell what type of family this is in the Spurs. When you look over there and you see those three, what does that mean?
I think exactly what you said. It means family, it means the love and support and togetherness, and it's throughout the whole building. Those guys are obviously the most highest profile people that people recognize for a reason, but I think you could have that same image and feeling amongst everybody that's here.
Hey Mitch, congratulations. What do you learn from the El Jefe that you plan to carry into your leadership?
How important people and relationships are. He understands people and relationships and the significance.
Wemby is intelligent. He knows championship is an organizational feat. That includes respecting the coaching. He's not the GM. Yeah, Wemby, also Wemby and Franz, right? He had to do a lot, like way too much than he probably needed to be doing. So he understands what it takes, to have a good organization. So he sees the Spurs and he's like, oh yeah, this is ran pretty nice. Like, I know that he's super young, but he's I know this is going to sound pretty, like, I don't know, typical, but like, he is older for his age. I mean, undoubtedly, right? Every now and then Wemby says something, I'm like, I don't know, that feels like a young take. But most of the time, yeah, he's like far ahead of his years, right? I think it's just the experiences he had, probably parents, just very smart guy. Yeah. Open to influence.
At every moment and every touch point with every person. And I can't be him or El Jefe, but
you can be Mitch, man. Just be Mitch.
To be able to commit and invest in people and relationships, and that can be having to yell and hold someone accountable, and that can be to put your arm around someone's shoulder and love them. And he did it better than anybody, I think, that's ever walked the sidelines, and I will attempt to do it my way and whatever that looks like moving forward.
Yeah, it takes time. It's going to take time. I like that answer, though. Don't be Pop. You don't have to be Pop. You just be Mitch Johnson, okay? Popovich, as much as I love Pop, he's not the only coach in NBA history that's led dynasties, right? There's other coaches that's done it as well. So you just got to be true to yourself. Be authentic.
Coach, you talked about being honored with this opportunity. Does it surprise you any how soon this happened? And what does it mean when a man like Coach Popovich says, you're the guy to do this?
That's another thing. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, I mean, Pop would have signed off on it as well, right? Pop, Wemby. You gotta trust these guys to some extent. You have to trust these guys to some extent. And Mitch Johnson did, even as an interim head coach, he might have found out late, like at the end of the season. I don't know. But as it went on, he definitely looked more and more comfortable, and made some pretty good moves down the stretch. Somebody earlier that said, "Do I think like he tried to tank?" I don't think that. I think he literally just made young coach mistakes and just trusting a subset of guys religiously and not going off of that, and then just trying to make sure the boat was above water until Pop got back. I think that's what it really was.
Surprise is a tricky word because I don't know how you ever are expecting to be named a head coach or when it really.
Gregory says RC a low-key genius behind the scenes. RC is a genius. Brian Wright is a genius. Yeah, these are very smart people. One thing about RC though, one thing that I really admire him about is I feel like his drafting got a little wonky like near the end, and I think he transitioned at the perfect time. Like allowing Brian Wright to transition to that role was the perfect timing in my opinion. Because I think maybe he even could tell he started having a little bit of a bias towards some of the guys he got. So yeah, so a lot of guys can't be in that role forever, but I do appreciate him taking a step back, because last person he drafted was freaking Luka Samanic. That was the last person he chose. Brian Wright was the one who wanted Keldon Johnson. So
sinks in. That's a question I get a lot. I don't know how to answer it. It's something that is constantly sometimes hitting my emotions differently. I think last year Pop and I stayed very connected, and he supported me and gave me confidence plenty of times throughout the season in different ways, when things were going well and when things were not going well. And again, even in those moments, as he was nurturing and supporting me, was also a learning lesson for me moving forward of what I can do for others.
Yeah, RC drafting do be questionable sometimes. I feel like RC could get away with a lot because the initial great drafts, right? Like he brought some people in where it's like, I don't know, you can kind of get away with it a little bit, because we already had such a great established team. You can just kind of get away with it. Brian Wright came into a time where we're transitioning to a rebuild, so he's really under the microscope. But I think he's done a pretty fine job. Other than the Primo one, which we didn't know was going to end the way it ended, I thought he's been pretty solid. So, not even pretty solid, I would say actually exceptionally solid, right? All the moves that he made to facilitate the rebuild, which gave us Wemby and then gave us Steph Castle. You got 2 Rookie of the Years in a row. Like the Fox signing, like he's been phenomenal. This is a genius. This is a very smart person. Let's not take anything away from Brian Wright. I know that we got the OGs, the legends, right? But these are their own people. These aren't just like puppets, Our organization isn't ran like that. A very smart person.
Looking at the off season, do you have things that you're going to advocate to target to, enhance this roster and make it what you want for this upcoming season?
Is that his role?
I think.
Did I say right again? Oh yeah, no, I meant right.
The thing that I will be focusing on the most in this offseason will be this current group of guys and the current players in our roster right now, and get them as much better as we can in that time allowed. And then obviously Brian and the rest of the group will do the due diligence they do, and we will partner and discuss things and be on the same page and aligned as we always are. But I think my sweat equity and time will be devoted to these current guys right here and continue to get them as improved as we can.
You said that's a good answer? Yeah, I mean, that's the only answer, really. Like, he's not involved in that like that,
Thank you, Mitch. Congratulations.
Is that it? Anybody else? Oh, we get to see some walking away. Oh, there's no. Okay. All right. We got through it, y'all. What was that? An hour? An hour segment that we went through? You love to see it, man. Brian Wright is one of RC Buford's best picks. That's right. When they both appear at the same time, you won't be afraid to call them by the wrong names. Yeah. No, I didn't see what You said Evan was posted? Oh, is that his kids? Oh, look, wait. Look, that's his wife. His wife is so pretty. She looks like an actress. I can't. Who does his wife look like? It's blanking on me. Yeah, that's his fam. I'd never seen his family. His kid swagged out. Oh my god. He got the chain. Oh my god. Wait, I thought you said he had 4 kids. That was 3. Did he lie to us? I don't trust this coach no more. He said he had 4 kids. At least I counted 4. Oh man, you love to see it. She remind me of the chick from That 70s Show. Which one? Oh, Mila Kunis? A little bit, yeah. I mean, that is who I'm thinking of. Mila Kunis, right? Meg from Family Guy, right? Her? A little bit. Hold on. My thing messed up. His wife does look like that a little bit. Huh. Good call, man. I was thinking of the redhead. Oh, you're way off, dude. Don't. She doesn't look anything like. No. Yeah. No. I don't. Yeah. No. Yeah, never mind. Sofia Vergara. No. No. She doesn't look anything like this, guys. What are we talking about? No. And also, Sofia Vergara sucks. Her acting sucks. She's horrible. I don't know if she's worse than Gal Gadot, though. They're both pretty bad. Alright, ending segment. That was nice. I'm blind. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know what you mean. She's hot, though. She's very pretty. Mitch used to play? What, like basketball? I'm sure he did. Draft lottery 1 week away. Draft lottery next Monday. We are going to have a good time. Real good time. I need to make wings. I need to have wings. I keep telling y'all this, but I don't know. I'm self-conscious. I don't like eating on camera. Let's see, was there anything else that we need to talk about? The only thing that worries me, well, this doesn't really worry me. Okay, this is just my own like preference here. When it comes to people, Mitch Johnson comes across like a very serious person. Does anyone else get that vibe? Does he also seem like a very serious person? Spurs IG thing said he's second all time in assists at Stanford. Oh. Baller. He's a baller. Mitch played in college with the Lopez twins. Oh. Someone asked if I saw what Evan said. So yeah, we need to look at that. What did you mean, Evan Townsend? Right? Talking about Evan Townsend? Gosh, what's Evan Townsend's name on Twitter? Gosh, it's not gonna be easy to find him. Yes, sir. Clan, I think Mitch Johnson is reserved. Yeah, he comes across like very serious. Hope he doesn't take things too serious. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. All right, I'm on there. Evan. Okay. Let's see what we're talking about. He said, "Have I seen his Twitter?" What are we looking for? somebody like him, he gonna take the money, bro. He got to take the money. You don't get too many opportunities. It's kind of like Boban, right? Like, he could have stuck around the Spurs, made a little bit of money, but like, you got to go make your money. Is that what we're talking about? So I won't bring back Nas Reed. Wait, what? Teams like Minnesota won't be able to bring back Nas Reed unless some major roster reconstruction is done. Spurs are monitoring from a distance. Restrictive. Is this what we're talking about? What are we talking about? This is the guy who's super uninformed, says a lot of baseless stuff. The stuff I've seen from Evan Townsend is pretty, in my opinion, pretty well informed. Like, it's kind of like he usually takes like basic knowledge and gives a pretty decent take on it, you know. Makes some good inference off of it. Like, what he said right here isn't wrong. Like, Spurs are going to be looking at Nas Reed, you know. Giannis is 100% gone. I think everyone agrees with that. All the rumors that you heard last week regarding the Spurs are on the search looking for superstar talent are not only true, but the superstars themselves are the ones, in fact, hunting the Spurs. Calls have been made. This is actually true. As far as superstars wanting to play for the Spurs, we know that. We know that for a fact. Even the upcoming trade deadline, we had KD, reaching out. Or not reaching out, but saying that he wanted to go to the Spurs. So, yeah, teams want to go. I mean, the Fox did it. Like, there's nothing crazy here. Yeah, so, I mean, I agree with this stuff. Yeah, well, Pop's not good. Even if Pop was fully recovered, he's not going to do that. So, he's not going to do anything silly. He cares about the product. He cares about his baby. He's not going to mess it up, or he understands the importance of letting somebody be them. He's just going to be there as a helping hand, and if Mitch Johnson need any help, he'll give him his take on things. But he's not going to sit there and be like, you need to play this. He's not going to do that. He's coached so many. There's too many coaches from this Pop's coaching tree that has been successful for us to believe that he can't, or that he's going to just bombard them. Like, he's not going to do that. He understands. Got to be your own man. KD and Giannis don't match our timeline anyway. Well, at least not KD. I'm definitely intrigued about the Giannis stuff, but a couple things about Giannis. I'm only down for doing it if we're his only destination and if the Spurs can involve another team. Clan, did you know about the Dejounte Mitch relationship? If not, look it up. I think it says a lot about Mitch. Oh, is there more to it? I just knew that he coached him, right? Let me look at this, Rob. Let's see if I can find this Rob Parker. Okay, nobody cares what Rob Parker has to say, I guess. I guess that's good. Because, yeah, I don't see anything on Rob Parker talking about. Okay, cool. There's more. Dejounte basically lived with Mitch for a while. Dejounte sure does say a lot of people saved his life. Let's see. Yeah, we need more Mitch Johnson stories for sure. We don't know a lot about him. Why you hating Dejounte Murray being there? No, I didn't. I said it was cool that he was there. DJ, a damsel in distress. He just says that a lot. He always says somebody saved him, bro. He says it all the time. Oh, is this it? Okay. Here we go. All right, guys. The man you love to hate, Dejounte Murray. You know, I've never been critical of Dejounte. I've always said he's great. You guys are very critical of this man. Okay, he didn't do anything to you. Dejounte Murray is perfect. He didn't ever talk trash about us. He never said that we're not gonna win in the next 15 years. No, he never gaslit us. No, not Dejounte. He is an angel. Let's listen to what DJ has to say.
I mean, I'm happy for him. This
is about Mitch Johnson, by the way.
I try to, especially tonight. I mean, when I'm not playing, I could be in fan mode, just watching them. You know, shooting them texts here and there, calling them. But you know, even tonight is just to know how far.
He does this a lot. There's a lot of guys that he says he texts. You think he texting everybody? I don't know. Okay, now it sounds like I'm hating. But he did the same thing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I still talk to those guys." Trey Jones, like I think he was talking about Trey Jones. Trey Jones, yeah, I still text those. I don't think he did. But maybe Mitch Johnson he did.
You know, even tonight is just to know how far, you know, he came first, and then obviously us. But just to see him, I'm not surprised. You know, and everybody around, you know, the Spurs organization would tell you they're not surprised. You know, his knowledge is one of the best. You know, he was a point guard, you know, so he understands the game at a really high level. He's willing to learn, willing to put the work in. He worked. And like I said, I'm not surprised. He's only going to continue to go upwards from here, you know, and I could just see the guys respect him and love him, you know, even when I was here, but even from afar now, you know, just knowing the great things I hear, which, like I said, I'm not surprised. You know, he's a high character guy, and he lights up any room he goes in, you know, so I just hope he.
I'll be honest, he has not lit up any room I've seen. He is very subdued. He is very quiet. I don't know. Maybe with the players is a different story. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I think that's totally cool. It's totally normal. That's who you is. You need to be authentic. Okay, not everybody has to be as like charismatic as Pop. Like you don't have to be. But by the way, I do think that this is a big deal that Dejounte Murray is giving him this praise, because DJ he's not the easiest person to impress. Like, he's not the easiest. So the fact that he's giving him his props is a big deal. Like, DJ was throwing subliminals at Brian Wright, and even at that time, I knew Brian Wright was a good GM. So he's not super easy to please, I think.
He continued to take it all in and continue to do what got him where he's at. He means the world to me, you know. The world.
Is he about to say that he saved his life? He says that a lot. He says a lot of people saved his life.
World to me. A lot of people don't understand. I try to keep, you know, my story, my life, you know, away from the internet, the social.
Hey, I'm the internet. Oh, I'm the social media too.
I mean, however you want to put it, as much as I can, just so I can heal from it. And, you know, there's a time and a place for things. But, you know, that guy.
Okay, all love from that. Jokes aside, all love about that. You got to heal. You got to heal, brother.
I owe him just so much, you know, because I was in a tough place in my life around 15 when I was trying to change my life. And, you know, he came and got me, and just everything from the knowledge, you know, to teaching discipline, you know, right from wrong, and building the AAU team for me. He was behind all of that, just really getting my life on track, you know. Like I said, I was in a tough time, you know, and he just, you know, came, and the rest is history. So
that's pretty cool. Like, real talk, guys, that is pretty cool. I joke around a lot about this a lot because DJ just does say it a lot. It got to a point where it's a little humorous. Like, it's like Jamal Crawford saved his life, Popovich saved his life, now Mitch Johnson saved his life. I feel like it was somebody else who saved his life. I don't know. Was it Duncan? No, it wasn't Duncan. Who was it? I don't know. He says it a lot. But he's not. I don't think he's lying. I think they really did have a huge impact on him. And DJ isn't from the best walk of life, right? So it's good that he was able to. Clan saved his life. Yeah. I think I did too. Gave him a place to stay when he was down. He was real down. So we all the stacks. Yeah, he did too. Yeah. We were all there for DJ. Derrick White did too. Primo saved his life. Yeah, Primo saved him. Real talk though. He was. We know about Dejounte's past. He was going through it. He was a rough person as well. Like some of the stuff that's come out. We won't go into that. But yeah, it's good. This is all good. This is all good stuff. Okay, this is about the character of Mitch Johnson. It's good.
He means the world to me. The best piece of advice, just be a great person. Because we never talked about going to the NBA. I think for me, it was getting me out of the streets and, trying to do the right things and just seeing where that would take me. It was never about, you're going to make millions of dollars and be this guy in the NBA. It was step by step, let's get on track with school, get out of the streets, get on track with school. And then, you love basketball, but there's a way we could do it where you work hard and you're just around, positive people. And like I said, he's the guy. I'm happy for him. I love him, and I wish him nothing but success.
That is really cool. And one thing about the Spurs organization is they said many a times it's just about getting the right guys, right? Just getting the right guys in the organization, not necessarily worrying about all the other stuff. Just make sure they're good guys, they're knowledgeable, and the rest will follow, which is true, right? It's all energy. It's all a vibe. You know what I mean? Like what makes like any the crazy thing about it is like we just take it with any job that we could have, right? Like I don't know, any job we've had. Like if you work at you can work at a McDonald's, right? Like if you work at a McDonald's and you're surrounded around like really cool people and nice people, it makes the job so much easier and it makes you more competent at your job, right? Everyone is on the same page. So even when you have those hard times where people come in and they're obnoxious and they're entitled and they're trying to, take their life, issues out on you, you have people around you that, really help you get through that day, right? So I think that the Spurs has an organization full of guys like that makes it easier to do your job, gives you the space to do your job, where you're just not like looking over your shoulder every second that someone's about to backstab you or, one mishap and you're going to lose your job and all of that stuff. That's why I was completely against Spurs fans saying that Mitch Johnson should be fired. Why would you make someone an interim head coach and then fire them because I don't know. Like it just seems silly to me. So, but yeah, we're not going to be one of those franchises that hire a coach and then go back on it mid-season before, like right before the playoffs, and then they're not going to do any of that. They're going to be very tactful about what they do and how they go about it. So, very good analogy, Clan. Thank you. But yeah, it translates to anything, right? So it's good that we have that in the Spurs. Most important thing, let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. Okay, this might be a bad comparison, but it just is what it is. Have you guys ever watched Ted Lasso? I know it's a TV show, but like if you watch Ted Lasso, basically this is a coach that knows nothing about the sport he's getting ready to coach. But what makes him a great coach is the willingness to learn and his openness and being a good person. No? Yes? It's a really great show. You should watch it. Like, legit. You guys know I don't just watch anything. It is a great show. But he knows nothing about the sport. Yeah, knows nothing about soccer whatsoever or football. But he comes in and he ends up doing a phenomenal job. And it's because of his openness and him being a good person, right? He gives people that space to feel heard, understood, and he works around those perimeters, right? And then he gains the knowledge as it goes on. So I just think that goes for any coach, and I think that goes for Mitch Johnson as well. If he's a good guy, if he's competent, he knows the game of basketball, and he's open to learning, he got a lot of people to learn from, he should do a fine job. So, Clan DJ texted Mitch, can you get me back in? After a couple months, DJ talking about Mitch, he ain't no Ted Lasso. Yeah. Soccer is life. Okay. What is the name? The name of what? The show? Ted Lasso. You legit should watch it. It's genuinely a good show. Yeah, I don't, like I said, guys, I don't just watch anything. My favorite show of all time is Breaking Bad. So I have pretty high standards when it comes to things. I've also been watching The Rehearsal, which is really great too. But here it is. Looks like this. It's on Apple TV. You should check it out. You can check it out. Genuinely funny. It's kind of like a dramedy, you know, mostly comedy, but when the drama hits, the drama hits. But I think you can learn a lot about coaching in general, right? You learn a lot about coaching. You thought I said Camp Laszlo? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's like at the tail end of me watching Cartoon Network stuff. I think that's Cartoon Network, right? That's like the tail end of me watching that stuff. Clan, did you read the article on Wemby telling Castle he wants him on the team and won't want to trade Castle? I think we went over... Wasn't that on video? Wasn't that the press conference? Maybe? I don't know. All right. End the segment. Yeah, wasn't that a press conference? Or am I tripping? What, girl? All right, I'm letting my cat out this. Hold on. You can't come up here, okay? Go do cat stuff. No coming up here. Go do cat stuff. So it's an article on Wemby telling Castle that he wants him here. Didn't we go over it? It's not talking about the sit-down interview, is it? Oh, yeah, it is the sit-down interview. We already went over this. Did I upload it? Oh, it looks like I'm lagging a little bit. Why am I lagging? Let me make sure I uploaded it. I think I did. We had to. Yeah, we went over it already. All right, so I guess we'll go. What's going on tomorrow? We can go live tomorrow. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go live tomorrow. We'll go live on Wednesday. But in the meantime, I think there is something else I wanted to go over. We didn't get to take a look at Derrick. I think Derrick White had something to say about Pop. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we haven't taken a look at this. I want to take a look at this. So you guys know Derrick White is my guy. Now I'm very consistent with this, okay? I'm very consistent with this. When a guy leaves the team, I'm not necessarily done with him, but I'm not thinking about him that much, right? Derrick White, I love him. He's awesome. I was cheering for him to win that championship. He got a ring. That's crazy, right? I for years I've been saying, please, Derrick White, please take the starting position for the Spurs. Even when he was a rookie, I wanted him to take the starting position. So to see his growth is huge. I think he's awesome. I think he's great. I love him. But when he's not with the team, I don't even care, bro. I don't care. You can win your championship, but I don't even care, bro. Spurs fan for life. Clan man crush. I was crazy about Derrick White. Every video was about Derrick. Every live stream was me yelling at people about how Derrick White is better than Dejounte for this team. Every single video. I hate that it takes a championship for people to be like, hey, I miss Derrick White. But there is an opportunity that the Spurs could possibly go after Derrick. It's been known that the Celtics are going to have to not necessarily blow up their team, but make quite a few trades or get rid of a few guys. Derrick White could be one of them, right? But the immense amount of money he's making is going to make it difficult for the Spurs to do anything. But yeah, he looks way better ball. I'm glad that he let it go, bro. If that was happening to me, I would have just let it go too. Grow out your beard, and that's all you can do, okay? That's all you can do. Hold on. It was something. Clan Knicks beat the Celtics. Yeah, you guys told me in overtime. I missed it. I was live streaming. I remember barely bullying White into shaving his head. Oh, Barkley bullying White. Yeah, he did. Yeah, clan love level for White is over 16,000. Why didn't you had an opportunity to say over 9,000. You said over 16,000. White is a good player. He really is. All right, but this is Derrick White talking about GOAT Pop.
In the NBA, it was not everybody, but like...
Are you drunk? What was that?
You know, everybody in the NBA, it was...
I guess he's drinking wine in memories of Pop.
You know, everybody in the NBA, it was not everybody, but like high school, like they're like, oh, I got a chance to go to the league. Where I was in high school, I was like, let me try to get to college. And so it's just kind of a little different story, I guess. But I mean, he just kept pushing me and just knew he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And
he is really taking Pop retiring out of coaching to heart. He is taking it hard. He has been drinking. This man has been drinking. I really feel bad for him. Okay. I just cried. Okay. I just cried. That's all I did. I'm just joking, by the way. He's not. Yeah.
Obviously, my first year, I was in the G League, which allowed me to figure out the NBA game, and then it's from there just continue to push me and just add that confidence. I mean, I used to be in the middle room. He'd walk in and just say, "You belong," and walk out. So just little things like that.
That is so. You know what? This type of stuff, it valid. Oh man, I feel so validated. You guys have no idea. Because for the longest, and I had no, I had no information on this or anything. I don't think it was necessarily verbally said. But for the longest, I felt like Derrick White had an issue with confidence. For the longest. And I used to say, like, everything that I notice, like, off the court or on the bench is, like, Pop is instilling confidence in him. Like, people like to say that he holds you back. DJ said that. People like to say things like that, but like, then you take someone like Derrick White. How did he hold him back? Like, really? Like, there's no way he held Derrick White back. He just made him more and more confident. I remember a game I went to. It was a Memphis Grizzlies game. And I remember Derrick White, because I really went for Derrick White, to be honest with you guys. Like, I went to see Derrick. And Derrick played horrible in the first half. I mean, he was just terrible. Turnovers, ill-advised shots, just weird decisions he was making all over the court. Defense was still solid because he's Derrick, but like everything was just like, what is going on, bro? And I remember him after halftime. He was the first one back on the bench. And he was the first one to get on the court, basically. And Pop ended up following him and just sat down and talked to him for a minute. Like, and I was like, dang. And he looked really down. Like, he was so hard on himself all the time. So this right here just makes me feel like I was correct the whole time. I don't know. That's a beautiful thing, though, for real.
Confidence. I mean, I used to be in the middle room. He'd walk in and just say, "You belong," and walk out. So just little things like that, which is cool to hear from the greatest coach of all time. You know.
That's really great, bro. That's really beautiful. Pop used to say when he was on the Spurs that he would tell Derrick he belongs in the league. Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that. I kind of missed that. I don't know. I just remember mentioning that he had confidence issues before anything was really said like that, right? GOAT, for sure. Someone go make sure Derrick White doesn't have keys in his hands. That's awful. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have started that. I'm sorry. All right. Anyways, good stuff. Great stuff. You love Derrick. And if you don't love Derrick, what's up with you, man? What's your problem? What's your problem, bro? You love to see it. Was there anyone else that spoke up about Pop? Okay, we have someone else that spoke up about Pop. Okay, we'll wait on this one. We'll wait on this one. Because we actually have Draymond Green. Yeah, we had Draymond speak out on Pop, but we can wait on it. EJB, do not be too reactionary, okay? Think about the positives here. There is reasons for the Spurs to do what they do. Just be patient. Don't just jump to we have a loser coach. You don't know that. You know how many people were calling Popovich a loser? You know how many people were calling Popovich egotistical? How many people said that he's not going to be able to lead the team? So many people said it. When Pop first became coach, like you can go and watch. I mean, I was too young to actually like see. I mean, I couldn't read to like see all of it at the time. But you can go back and look at some of the articles that were made about Pop. Fans hated Pop. They thought it was going to be a disaster, right? They couldn't stand Pop. They didn't think he'll be able to do anything. They were like, this guy is going to be trash. And he ended up being the greatest coach of all time. So I'm not expecting Mitch Johnson to be that, but don't be so quick to just be like, he's going to be trash. Like, give him a little bit of patience. Every coach deserves a little bit of room. Just give him a little bit of room. Lay off a little bit. Let's not jump to calling them names. Let's give him an opportunity. Now, if a few seasons go by, and we're like, this is rocky, right? And we keep getting more talented, but then we can't break that mold. Sure, I'm with you. I'm ready to switch off, right? But we're not at that point yet. Let's be patient, right? Let's not jump to conclusions. I didn't just start, like people say, you're such a Keldon hater. I was not like this on Keldon early on. Like I gave many a seasons before I started being a little bit more harsh, where I'm like, I don't know if he fits, right? Like it took a while, but I'm just saying you got to give people the opportunity. You got to give people the opportunity. People didn't like Derrick White, even though I liked him right when he came. Like a lot of people didn't like Derrick White. They didn't think he would be that great. But hey, look at him now. Got a championship, big part of it too. So yeah. I still agree Primo would have been a standout, not a superstar, but a starting point guard. I thought he could be a star, but yeah. I agree with you. If we don't make the playoffs in 2026, then Mitch ain't it. You know what? If I'll make a deal with you. I'll meet you halfway, Chandler. If the San Antonio Spurs are healthy and no like crazy, because we can't have like a bunch of crazy injuries, right? Like if we're healthy and you know we built that talent, which we should, I don't think there's any reason for the Spurs not to make the playoffs next season. I am with you on that, especially since they're not reinventing the wheel. Right, he's going to have the reins of things, but it's not like, oh, we got to change the entire ideology of how we're going forward. I think we should win. I think we should be in the playoffs. I don't know if I'll go as far as say he ain't it, but I'll scratch my head. I'll be like, ugh. You know, thank you, Clan. Deal's a deal. Yeah, we got to make the playoffs. Nah. Oh, make playoffs. What you thought we meant? Like win a championship? No, not win a championship. Make the playoffs. They should make the playoffs next season. We're making the playoffs next year? We should. I saw Keldon a miles away coming. Yeah, I gave him. Keldon had his tendencies. I never liked it, to be honest, but I was willing to take a back seat and just be like, all right, well, if he adjusts and he becomes more of like just a role player and his decision making improves, I won't trip about it. But you know, play-in tournament. Well, he's not saying how we get there. It's just playoffs. I think just playoffs. I'm not thinking first, second, third seed. I just think playoffs. Just flat out playoffs. Especially since we're starting to go into a transition where like some of these teams with older guys on it are going to start trickling out anyways. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be as impressive next season. We should be one of those teams that get in the mix. Yeah, I want Giannis only if Brian Wright can fleece them too. I agree with you. Cough, cough, Clippers. Yep, Clippers. I don't know. Maybe Warriors. I don't know what the Warriors going to look like. I don't know if the Lakers will be ready. You know, that's going to be a transition period. I don't know what the Mavs are going to look like. You know, we'll have an opportunity to make the playoffs. No Giannis, bring Kawhi back. No. Keep in mind, Kawhi was not that great in this playoffs. He was good at first, but also he didn't even play this season. So you don't want Kawhi coming back. That's a wrap, bro. I don't know why everyone wants Kawhi back. Yeah, he hasn't played this season. Like, dude, don't get your hopes up on Kawhi. Like, you don't actually want a player to not play all season and then you just wait for the playoffs. Like, you don't actually want that. Luka to San Antonio 2026. That's actually a possibility. I know the Spurs have been keeping their eye on Luka for the longest, but now that he's with LA, I don't know. They just knew things were going to blow up with the Dallas Mavericks. So, vet minimum Kawhi. He's not taking a vet minimum. Really, my only fear is meeting someone like OKC in the first. I want to meet them in the first round. Are you kidding me? Get that rivalry started early, bro. I don't care who we meet. I want OKC. I want, like, part of me want OKC to win the championship just so we can, you know, start having something to fight for. Because that's going to be a real rivalry. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is Spurs fans saying that, like, our rebuild started when their rebuild started, which isn't true at all. They'll be like, well, they did it. Why can't we? Like, oh my God, that's going to be so obnoxious. I can see it now. They already do it. They already do it even when Sam Presti didn't do anything. He hasn't won a championship. But they'll give him all the credit in the freaking world. They're whooping on Denver right now. There is a substantial gap. Yeah, Thunder is so good, it's not even, like, close. They're whooping on them, but they're in the third quarter. They're about 12. Denver can still come back. They're not winning this. They're not winning this series though. There's no way. Yeah, we're like 2 or 3 years behind them. But a lot of people don't think that because they don't actually know when our rebuild started. Some people say which is stupid. They're just objectively wrong. But they'll say like our rebuild started with DeRozan. It's like, what are you talking about? That is not where. You don't know what a rebuild is. I'm genuinely looking forward to Warriors versus Timberwolves tomorrow, y'all. Like, I genuinely want to watch that. I think it's going to be a good game. A really good game. I want to see that. Hey, Clan. Who is the second best player on the Thunder team? I don't know. Probably Jalen Williams. Or maybe Chet. Probably Jalen Williams. Ugh. All right, my cat's saying goodbye. Good night. Good night, everybody. Say good night to the people. Mikasa, say good night to the people. We're going to sleep. She got to take her nap. Her cat nap. She got to take her cat nap. All right, everyone have a good night. I will see you later. Clan, I dislike OKC. They were too cocky last year after beating Mavericks in Dallas playoff game. SGA, Williams, and Chet sat during interview wearing sunglasses at late at night. Luka beat them. I think they're just corny. They are cocky, but I think they're corny most above all, and I think that's okay. I want them to be cocky. I want them to be on the top of the world. I want them to have the time of their lives. I want them to just dominate everybody, and then we show up and we just take it all over. We just take it all. It's just we deserve it all, like Kendrick Lamar. We deserve it all. Tell me why you deserve to be the greatest of all time. That's what I want to happen. So I want them to be the best, and I want us to beat them and take it. And then it's all absolute cinema. I want them to be our little brother once we take over. They'll be our little brother. But okay, I'll get with you guys later. Everyone have a great night. I will see you. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. So